like run it underneath it. So if she want to take it off and don't ruffle her.
Underneath what? This?
No, underneath the scarf.
The whole outfit.
No. This is fine.
Just the scarf.
Okay. Yeah. It may come off though, because I'm gonna be moving a little bit. But you can hear it, huh? That's bad. That's good. So I'm giving thanks and praise. I went back to get this so I can look real goddess-like since y'all are doing all this taping this stuff. And but I'll probably take it off because I'm a goddess who's kind of a little town girl, so. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna have to walk with this like this. Okay.
Or there's a little thing you can clip it also.
Is it?
Right there, the big part in the middle. Yeah.
This?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, John, can you clip it? I was at an event at Pathways, and John was up here micing me all in front of the people, and I was telling him, boy, this is so tacky. And but we got it. Listen, and you know what that's gonna do? That's gonna come up from underneath it.
Yeah, that's just
that's good. Oh, okay, that's good. All right, good. I think I'm good. I am so thankful, so grateful, and so grateful, and so thankful. He got me good. Okay, so thankful and grateful and thankful to just be present in my own breath. There are some folks who last night did not come into their breakfast morning. And for those who may have crossed over, may their souls be in peace. But when we think of the breath of life, we have to recognize that the breath is life itself. That everything that has breath has life. And everything that has life has breath. And that's a real profound yet simple statement that really makes you humble, really makes you very humble and grateful that, today we have life. We have life because we have breath. And that everything around us that has life, from our clothing that breathes with us, to plastics that a lot of times, if you see plastics being made, they have a breath. They be bubbling, kind of, And the animals, the plants, the trees, all of this energy of creativity that has life, has breath. And the challenge for someone that, like myself, who's been studying breath since about 1970, in some form or fashion, I recognize it as, I talk about this subject, that many of us don't think about this idea about breath and life until we can't breathe. And then it is kind of, we're taking this life for granted kind of thing. We don't think about it until we can't breathe. So, people who are challenged with asthma or allergies or some very serious imbalance in their bodies, suddenly when they can't breathe, they're like, wow, this is really phenomenal, My life is either leaving, or my life is being altered, or my life is being limited because my breath is limited and about to be eliminated. And so there's a lot of health experiences I've had that I have actually seen people take their last breath. I've had people call me and say, I've been calling them and saying, come, let's work on some health issues. And they didn't call me until they were at their last breath. And you're there attempting them to breathe life in this body that's about to transition. And I have been reminded that when someone asks you to be with them at the point of their crossing over into the next area of their transition, that it's an honor to be in that position. But it's really quite something to be at the place of seeing someone's breath leave them and you think about, gee, what could we have done to sustain this breath? But here we are, here at this last breath, making the best use of that, also that last breath, because that's just as important to make use as that breath is transitioning. Make that as powerful, make that as spiritually evolving, because even in that last breath, there's lots of lessons that can be learned from that last breath. So for me, the breath is fascinating. It's because it's life. You know, it's life. And I'm just so thankful that the Creator chose me to find my passion and my purpose in this awareness of the breath of life. So I ask you all here, I'm so thankful that you're here. You all could be anywhere else. It's absolutely gorgeous today. You know, I almost didn't want to come myself. So because it was so pretty. I wanted to be out amongst the trees, but I had to come. So my sister Rita, I appreciate you for asking me there. Thank you so much. I've been here before. I think this is maybe my third or fourth presentation here. And I'm always grateful because the audience is always so, you know, really involved, and so a lot of questions and energy is just so special. So I appreciate it. I am Dr. Ayo Candy Kendi. This is my husband John, and as part of this experience, you all evolving further with this breath of life. So I asked a simple question. Your name, sister?
Here at Adwa Amara.
Adwa Amara. Yes.
Shalom.
I've met you.
She already.
Sister Rita. Father on the
Asha.
So we exchange names. That's important. What I'm going to share is going to be more than just a discussion. It's going to be very interactive. I'm going to ask you to be a participant because I found that this work is not just a discussion. The work has been evolving, as I mentioned, since 1970. And so there's a whole lot that I've been able to learn about this subject. I'm blessed I put it in a book called The Power of Breath. We're working on the second edition of that. Actually, it's the fourth edition of that. Right? Just did a children's book about the power of breath. Yeah, I'm really excited about my little children's book. It's back here, I'll get a chance to see it. And I was having so many issues with finding an illustrator. I just drew the pictures myself, so I'm like super excited about that. I hadn't drawn in years, right? So I said, no, I don't want to do this. I can do this. I just started drawing pictures. And I have 15 grandchildren and 4 great-grandchildren. So I had to take the book to them to ask them to evaluate it, right? And they looked at it and they said, Grandma, yeah, this is great. Oh, you did a great job. You did that? I said, yeah, I did that. So I got a whole lot of stars, right, on my cap. And, Grandma can do a lot of things. And I find that when I get a chance to be with the children, that I get to experience life really like nothing else, right? And 4 of my grandchildren have asthma. So as I've been working with the breath, I've been working with them with asthma. So because of them, I included an asthma guide in the breath story. And they're very appreciative of that. It was a more natural approach to asthma. So I'm really literally on a breath journey. I probably see everything in terms of the breath. And when I finish some of the dynamics, and as we begin to experience this, I want you to also begin to experience everything in that same relationship. Because keep remembering, breath is life, and there's life in the breath. So think about some of the things I tell you in relationship to that life force energy that we're going to describe. Life in the breath. breath, and everything that has life has breath, and everything that is a breath, you'll see life there. So if I were to say to you all, if you found something that was a simple solution that enabled you to have energy and what they say, peak performance, and vitality and vigor, and enable you to literally change if you wanted to change, grow, develop, that would enable you to manage what everybody's trying to manage nowadays.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Right, y'all got it. Yes. And could be used whenever you wanted it. Whenever you wanted it. How about it? Welcome. Right here under your nose. Doesn't cost you a dime. A penny.
That's right.
Doesn't cost you nothing. Right? And it's always with you. Now, what do you want to know about it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a simple solution. But this simple solution is right here in our lungs. What comes through our skin, what comes through our bowels, the breath of life. And as we speak about it, I share with people, a lot of times people don't think about breath until they can't breathe. So we just got started, so you're right on time. So this phenomenon that we call breath is simply the first thing we do when we come into the world. It's the last thing we do when we leave this world.
That's right.
Everything in between can be made better by the way that we breathe.
Or worse. By the way,
Or worse
Yeah.
by the way
we
that
don't.
we don't breathe,
Exactly.
right?
That's right.
Every time you move, your breathing changes. Every time you move, okay? Every way in which breath is utilized in your body helps every single cell do all the things that a cell is supposed to do. It feeds the cell. Can't live without the breath.
That's right.
We can live without food for 45 days or more. We can live without water 21 or more days.
Mhm.
Without the breath of life, 5 days, minutes, we're going on home floor.
That's right.
So it's the first essential food of our cells that we're taking so for granted.
That's right.
First essential food, must have. The cells feed us, but at the same time, breath feeds us, but at the same time, breath detoxifies us. As each molecule of what is called oxygen that comes from breathing in the air, oxygen is extracted. It is this element that is the element that must be included as life. But every single time we breathe and bring in that meal of oxygen, we are able to also circulate that oxygen through the heart and the veins, bloodstream, gives us the energy. When we release the oxygen inflow, what's called an inhale, okay? That oxygen then, as it circulates, it picks up the trash of the body and pushes it out, hey sister, as we exhale, okay? So we pick up, we bring in the energy, the life force, and we exhale out the toxic waste that we don't need. So on and on and on, I can talk about all of the biological aspects of how breath makes a difference, how it literally makes a difference. And let's experience some of that. Let's begin to get connected with this real source that is our life force. A doctor named Andrew Weil, he's an integrated physician. He is noted in that he's written lots of books. How you doing, sister? I know what's your name.
Precious.
Hey, Precious, what I like that. It's beautiful. All y'all. It's not like this. She looks like a Precious. Precious, like everybody. Yeah. This is gonna be a problem, John. Feel like I got a tail. Okay, let's do it like that. So, the goal of our breath is very simple. Maximize it, because when you maximize the breath, you maximize the oxygen, and therefore you maximize life, right? You maximize the breath, you maximize the life, you maximize the oxygen. How you doing, So you want to maximize every single breath, because if not, you're limiting the life that can do those processes, feed the cells, and then circulate, give us the energy and detoxifies, okay? So it simply means that if you're finding yourself relatively tired and worn out, you probably need to look at your breathing. That's what Dr. Wales speaks about. Hey, brother, this is about one of our fans. And we're one of his too. Thanks for being here. So we're literally constantly challenged with that reality that if you want maximum life, then you got to do something to increase the maximum inhale.
That's
so you
right.
can get the maximum oxygen meal.
That's right.
So simply put, we have a lot of issues, what we call imbalances in the body. My research has helped me to see that most of those imbalances are oxygen deprivation issues. That if we could just increase the oxygen, many of those issues would not occur.
That's right.
And we speak of about 60 or more what we call stress-related issues because, of course, if the body's not getting the oxygen meal, the body's going to be stressed.
That's right.
It's not just stress, it's this emotional thing about feel all stressed out. It's a spirit, mind, and body thing. It's the body is all tense and tight. It's not getting the life force energy. So we're walking around and have dead bodies because we're not getting the life from the very essence of life. Real simple. It's real simple. And when we get that oxygen meal, we start feeling more alive, more energetic. And so these grandchildren I was talking about, I told them I had 15 grandchildren, 4 great grandchildren, and I can outrun all of them. I stay up later. I get up at 4 in the morning. I'm going to sleep at 11 o'clock. I go over there to see my 8-year-old grandson. She's walking around, I'm so tired. I said, what you tired for? You just got up. I'm just so tired. But unfortunately, she's one of the asthmatic. I can understand if you may have asthma, your lung capacity appears as though you're limited because you think it's limited. And I can teach people things who have asthma to begin to rethink how to deal with what appears to them as a limitation with their lungs. But she literally spends most of the time on a little, you know, she, at 8, she's a real techie already. I mean, you can't hardly get this thing from her. And because she's connecting with other sources that's affecting what her electromagnetic field with this little computer, with her fingers and hands, she's continuing to limit and restrict, right, her life force. And of course, she isn't breathing as effectively. So, I mean, I tease them all the time. I said, y'all need to hang out with grandma. I'll dance them. I go to parties. I'm dancing all night long. I've had young people come and say, what are you doing? what are you taking? I said, I'm just breathing and dancing and drinking water and having fun.
That's
I
right.
need to get some of that.
That's right.
I said, well, come on, you know, just breathe with me, you know, and they're like, looking at me with a mouth all there in amazement. I really can, I can not just dance. I can dance.
Get down on a good foot. That's right.
I'm grown up a flow. And I come from this dancing family, right? babies come out, everybody's dancing. We have dancers at Howard and stuff, so we got dancers singing, all these creative people. But I'm still the one that's out there really, really hanging, and I know what it's from. So everything that I process now about life comes with this concept of breath. So I've used the breath as I breathe. I've learned how to breathe efficiently, which is what we're going to do in a minute. There's the breath or the oxygen in my water. We're talking about H2O.
That's right.
And we think about the number of children that's not drinking water to the efficient level that they need to, and that's why a lot of our young people are exhausted and drinking. They need to drink more water. We all must drink more water, H2O. The oxygen in live food. Hey, Lou can tell you he creates really great live food. Live food is less cooked, less processed. There's oxygen from live food. Okay, fruits, vegetables, is more oxygen. If you pick up a fruit, anybody here have a garden? Big difference in how the food tastes when you pull it right off the tree and eat. And the food's like, wow, this is really great food. It's because the oxygen flows. The life force is still failing in it. And so the more you can eat, the closest source to the ground of your food, you're eating more live food. That's why everybody's advocating, grow your food.
That's right.
And cook it less.
That's right.
Cook it less. Now, we're vegans and vegetarians since 1970. That's another aspect of the choices I made to increase my oxygen. To eat as best food I can. We don't always do it right. Me and John will eat a cookie and eat piece of cake when it's offered to us. We admit that. But we learn how to moderate. And we made decisions that, we're not going to just deny some of the aspects of life that
Right, that's right.
still give us some pleasure,
That's right.
But we know that if we're eating dead food, then we better bring some live in us quickly. So we're flushing out most of the food we eat, do a lot of salads, things like that, a lot of food. And constantly making heavy effort to bring an oxygen environment to our lives. Lots of plants, that's your oxygen, lots of plants. Unfortunately, buildings with no windows, we call them sick buildings, so you gotta open up the windows and get the oxygen. All of these ways of oxygenating your environment. So we're gonna get a little bit more into that. I've talked enough. So let's check out how we're breathing. We developed a concept years ago from doing workshops that we call Relearn How to Breathe. And perhaps that's become the signature of our company, which is called Positive Energy Works. Our goal has been to help as many people as possible relearn how to breathe, right? So everybody in here is breathing, right? Nobody here not, right?
That's right.
Sure about that. Okay. So we're gonna check you out. We're gonna see who really is breathing efficiently. And we all say that we breathe. And 9 out of 10 of us are not breathing as efficiently to maximize that energy, that life force, what we talked about. So let's put everything off of our laps. You don't have to write. If you have on glasses, you don't need to see this demonstration. This is a feeling demonstration. Okay? And if you got on tightness around here, I want you to get loose. Okay? I won't go. And if you got on tightness right here, I want you to loosen up here too. Right? Okay. Like I said, I told you I'm taking this off. It's hot. And so So once you put one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly, let me see and we all have a belly button, okay? Some of us have a little harder time finding it than others, okay? Thumb right there at the belly button, 4 fingers just below. We say like you're loving and hugging your belly, right? Good. And I want you to put one hand on your chest. I want everyone in this room to close their eyes. And I want you to focus attention on your breathing. I want you to breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in and breathe out. The breath of life. Connect for a moment to breath. Connect with the very aspect of living that we take so for granted. Right now, just feel your breath. Feel it coming in and going out. Feel its flow. Give yourself permission to just stop also. Oh, we all have busy lives. A lot of us had to go through things to get here. Sister spoke about maybe a car being stuck, or maybe a child needed to be fed. But whatever you had to do to get to this space, just for a moment, stop and breathe. Breathe into your body. Allow the breath to come in and go out. And come in and go out. Yes, the breath of life, the first thing we do when we come into the world, the last thing we do when we leave this world. And everything in between made better by the way that we breathe. So observe your breath. Notice which hand is going up and down with each breath that you take. Is it the hand on your chest? Is it the hand on your belly? I see several people breathing from the uppermost portion from their chest. And if you give me permission, I'm going to go around and I'm going to adjust your breathing. And I want everyone else to keep practicing. Because a deep breath is deep in the body. If anybody has any objection to me chest checking them, I'm going to put my hand on your hand. I want you to inhale, let the belly come out. Exhale, the belly come in. I want just that simple intention to be heard by everyone. Inhale, let the belly come out. Exhale, relax your chest, let your belly move. Inhale, let the belly come out. Exhale, let the belly go. Inhale, down. Exhale, inhale, belly out. Exhale, belly in. That's simple. We have made breathing so complicated because no one has told us the right way to breathe. Tell your chest to be still. Let your belly do all the work. If you have any surgery around the belly, you will notice it. Just put your hand up and I touch your belly. Inhale, belly out. Exhale, belly in. Inhale, belly out. Exhale, inhale, belly out. Just the opposite of what most people call a deep breath. We're lifting our chest to your chest to be still. Let your belly do all the work. Refrain from pushing out with your mouth. Instead, open the mouth and simply release the breath and go. There you go. Inhale, belly out. Allow your belly to be soft. Exhale, belly in. Inhale, belly out. Exhale, belly in. A deep breath is deep in the body. It's not lifting your chest. It's relaxing the chest and just letting the breath go. Just the opposite. I'm going to put your hand on my belly and keep breathing with me. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Simple. Make it simple. Make it easy. Tell your mind this is easy. The breath of life is easy. You say if there's any struggle with the breath, there's a struggle with life. Relax the chest. Belly out. Inhale. Inhale, belly out. Exhale, belly in. Inhale, belly out. Relax your chest. Refrain from moving the shoulders and the back. Just let the belly do all the work. In and out. In and out. Visualize the baby. Remember baby's breath? Just in and out as much better. And allow your mouth to relax. Open your mouth and just as you release, just less we hear, the more likely to go into deep breath. Try not to hold it. Just allow the breath to go in. Doing the technique of just relax. Try you got the basic form now. Good. Inhale. And down around. Exhale. Down. So everyone keep practicing. Inhale. Down. Exhale. Down. You also relax your shoulders and just let the belly do most of it. That's it. Very good. You got it. Inhale, belly comes out. Exhale, belly in. Inhale, belly out. Go way back to the back of the spine. Okay, that's a technique too. That's for your basic everyday breath. Inhale, belly out. Exhale, belly in. Let your belly be soft. Inhale, belly out. Exhale, belly in. Good. That is a good de-stress breath. A good everyday simple breath. Good. You got the basic form too. Inhale, let the belly. You should all be getting very relaxed. So I can't go too far. Okay. Maybe I have to check you later. It's straighten. Inhale, belly out. Good. Exhale, belly in. Good. Inhale, belly out. Exhale, belly in. Good. Exhale, belly. Big easy, good. Good, very good. Now while you're in this relaxed state so you can practice even more, let's take you on a little journey so you can see how wonderful life is when you're so relaxed. Let's go on a journey that we call a special place. And in this special place, it can be so special. In this special place, I want you to imagine a place where only you can go. This is a place of peace, love. Oh, it's so special. It's safe. It can be wherever you want it. It's your space to retreat in. When life is hectic and you just want to go within. I want you to breathe yourself to a special place. And as you do that, I want you to see it clearly. Because you can't get to a place unless you see it. Your special place may be on an island. Oh, with the blue sky and the warm sand under your feet. Or your special place can be on a mountaintop with cold, cold snow makes you go inside and snuggle up out your fire. And some people have a special place right in their own backyard where they can lay out in the grass and have their reading all around them, or it may even be in their tub with incense and candlelight. Whatever your special place it is, I want you to just go there now. And I want you to see it clearly in your mind, because what you see, you can create. In this special place, I want you to feel so special. Relax. So see the colors that make you loved and relax. Or smell the incense or whatever scents that are available to you that make you feel so loved and relaxed. Oh, feel the furnishings. Oh, some people like warm and snuggle blankets, and some people like leather. But whatever that special feel is for you, just feel it. There's others who love the grass on their feet. Whatever your special place is, just feel it, see it, smell it. There may be food there, taste it. If there's a special someone, just enjoy them. Or if you're by yourself, just enjoy and love yourself, because you are so special. And in this special place, you're going to get even more relaxed. I want you to just take your head and begin to just roll it around on the neck real slow. Because you're going to release all the tension out of your neck, your shoulders, the tightness that so many of us feel in our head. Just release and breathe into those tight spots. Just let them go. Then you want to go the opposite direction. If you want to just open up the whole tight stickness, all the limitations, restrictions, just let them go. And now as you're releasing and letting go, we're going to get centered right in the middle, where you're grounded and rooted right where you are. I'm going to inhale again, let the belly come out. Exhale, just release and let go. And now we're going to do a second, very important breath. This is a de-stress breath. This is the one that Brother Chef is over there doing. Inhale. And this time I'm going to allow you permission to lift your shoulders up and let them be tight right up by your ear. Inhale, shoulders up, tight by your ear. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you open the mouth slightly and go. Inhale again. Lift the breath. You can bring it up to the chest this time. Lift your shoulders up. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5. Open the mouth and just go. You're going to do an R sound because this makes us have audible breath coming from the heart. Inhale once more. Inhale in the belly, hold it in the belly, hold it in the belly, lift it all the way up, mid-chest, upper chest, hold 2, 3, 4, 5, open the mouth and just go. It's good to breathe. It's safe to breathe. It's excellent to come from this heart energy to release our heart's intention to the world. Well, on this special place, you become so relaxed. You breathe out all the tensions. Any other tension that maybe you have, just send breath to that space. It could be your knee, it could be your any joint area, it could be your head. Just inhale and release and let it go. Because in this special place, you are indeed so special. When the mind is relaxed, the body relaxes. And when the body relaxes, it relaxes the mind. And then we can receive spirit. Every single sacred text speaks of the spirit of the breath. So for a moment, inhale in that spirit. Just release it into the universe. Hear the ah sound of spirit. Ah. All the sacred words of spirit. Ola du ma ye. Cha Allah. Krishna. Buddha. Yahweh, Yahshua, Amen, Patah, Savior, Hallelujah. The sacred sound as the Creator breathed life into humankind, and we became a living being. Came through the sacred breath. So come back to your sacred breath. In your special place, use it whenever you want it. In the middle of a crowded room, where everything is going on. Anything could be breaking loose. Stop. Connect. Breathe. Give yourself permission so that you can be so special and you can receive that sacredness of the Creator that you are. Well, like all retreats, we do have to come back. And when we come back, we're going to bring this good feeling back with us. So on the count of 3, I want you to slowly begin to open your eyes. 1, 2. We come back to this one. 1, 'Cause so kind of wake up your bodies. So you know you get that oxygen flowing in your lungs. There's crooks in your neck, you know, kind of work the body. Shake it off. You know, we can shake it. Do the heebie-jeebies. Everybody want to share how they feel? It was so wonderful watching some transformations here. Yeah. We had quite a few people with chest breathing. I mean, y'all was rolling over here. And I'm just teasing because we gotta, you know, gotta make life lighter. Because truly, that's what most of a lot of us are doing. We had about 2 people had good form. We had about 3 people who was really present. And then we had people who were doing what most people do. I go to health fairs, I go to workshops, we breathe on the radio, we breathe on TV, we've been breathing with folks. And we see it all over the place, so no one is alone in this. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. See all of it. Inhale, exhale. No movement at all. No movement at all. A lot of people holding their breath. This is how I got into this work. I'll tell you my story real quick, but anybody got an insight? How does that feel for anybody? Share, your turn. Don't stop. I'm going to pick on somebody. Yes, go ahead. It was rejuvenating.
More relaxing.
Yes.
You
have
feel the energy and
feel
the vibration.
Good. And you have very good form. How did you stay connected with your inhale, belly out, exhale, belly in? Are you a martial artist, a singer, an athlete? It's usually one or the other. Okay, good. You've never done my workshop, I don't think, right? You just been able to hold on to it, or have you ever done a workshop with anybody? Oh, you read a book? Science of Breath? Okay, good. Yes. And I highly recommend Science of Breath. I really do. We call that, all the people who do a lot of work with breath, we call it the Bible of breath. Yeah. Good form, yeah, it's important to
I
do.
just realized that I used to do it all the time. I need to do it more.
Yeah, okay.
Go outside in the morning and just take a nice.
Right. Yeah. Great way to wake up.
Yes.
We say the breath can wake you up, and the breath can put you to sleep. And everything in between. Use the breath for everything that you really need to shift your energy, right? And I wasn't able to get over there to adjust you, because my tail was about to stretch off. But from what I remember from when I was here before, you were doing a lot of high, shallow breathing. And so the more you practice, you'll come back to the breath that we all had as a common denominator as little babies. Ever seen a baby breathe? Baby's little belly's going up and down, up and down, up and down. First baby I saw, and I noticed that. I said, what's wrong with that baby? Is he hyperventilating? As I read and studied, I found out no, the baby is breathing intentionally. We're the ones not breathing right. And, babies is reliant on this muscle. Everybody put your hands on their hips. Let's learn where that baby's breathing from. Baby's breathing from this muscle called the diaphragm. Inhale, let your hands be your front. Exhale, in. Inhale, push your belly out. Exhale, in. Anybody feel that muscle moving? That's the most underutilized muscle in the human body. And perhaps one of the most important outside of the heart. Inhale, belly out. Exhale, belly in. So when I started doing studying breath, I said, what is a diaphragm? It sounds quite interesting. What is it? And I sang when I was a little girl in Glee clubs. They said, sing from your diaphragm. I know, where's the diaphragm? And most of the time they're going to tell you, sing from it. So, if I sing from it, they're straining their voice because this is how we've been allowed to breathe. Yes, right.
Could you please elaborate a little on the difference in the effect of natural diaphragm breathing and holding or elongating the breath?
Certainly, I'd love to do that. As our babies breathe, they are best demonstrated. They're using this muscle. They inhale. This muscle is around about here. It's connected, we say, to the floor of the stomach. I always get it wrong. The ceiling of the stomach and the floor of the lungs. That's it. The ceiling of the stomach and the floor of the lungs. Lungs are about right here. They stop somewhere about here. Okay. Y'all ever seen a picture of a lung? It looks like a little kidney, right? So 2 kidney looking little things, right? Okay. So when we have a full deep breath, by using the diaphragm, allowing the belly to come out, we literally, the muscle actually opens up the capacity of the lung to expand, the wax. As air comes into the human body, if it goes down deep into the lowermost portion of the lung expands. We can get up to 9 to 10 pints of oxygen in an expanded lung. So if you've seen a lung on a picture too, you see it kind of going like that, right? Okay. In a limited breath, most of us are getting 1 pint of oxygen. We all have different chest cavities. Of course, that means we all have different lung capacity. But on average, limited breathing gives us that 1 pint of oxygen to then circulate that around the human body to feed all these magnificent cells. And that is the first biggest issue. Again, we're limiting the oxygen meal that our cells must have to grow, detoxify, release stress hormones, all the wonderful things that cells do. Okay?
Malnourished.
And nourished, yes. So look again at the limiting picture. If we inhale here where the lung is small here in the uppermost portion of our body. Remember, little small kidney is up here. It's cut by also a breastplate, the actual encasing that protects our lungs. So, smaller portion of the lungs with very little space to expand, covered by a skeletal wall, further limits that wonderful oxygen intake that we must have. And I want you to imagine this, which I hope demonstrates how debilitating that can be. We breathe close to 20,000 times a day, folks. 20,000, 15 to 18 times a minute. All day long, every day, limiting that oxygen increase. And as I spoke to some of you all who came in, as the oxygen is circulated around the heart, it exchanges its gases best in the lowermost portion of your belly. So air that comes in, they get stuck here. Hello, sister. Air that comes here in the uppermost portion of the chest doesn't always get to the lowermost portion of the lower lungs, which means that the gas exchange is limited. So we're circulating a lot of stale, toxic waste compared to that new wonderful meal of oxygen that should be coming in to increase that nourishment to every single cell. And as the oxygen is exchanged, it converts into a new gas called carbon dioxide, which pushes all that toxic waste and pisses off all the trash in the body, changes and shifts out. And without the breath, more or less as the pump to make that releasing of toxic waste through the lymphatic system, another one of those pieces of our body we don't think about it till it starts hurting us on our armpit or some boil. Ooh, it can really be painful, right? Okay, so that release is just as important because our goal is to have an even flow of intake and release. So thank you for the opportunity to share that. Yes. So that's really it. We can go on. There's more to it. The toxicity of our bodies, filled with stress hormones, pollutants, chemicals, stale air, on and on and on. Processed food that doesn't really break down. All of that is the part of us that needs to be released and detoxified. And without that exchange of proper oxygen and the release of the stuff we don't need, we have close to 60 or more stress-related issues. Dr. Otto Warburg got a Nobel Peace Prize in the 30s and said that in an environment of oxygen, no cancers can proliferate. We all have little cancer cells in our bodies, little cells that go rogue. But with all the toxic waste, it doesn't allow those cells to correct themselves with this new element of this nourishing oxygen, then they begin to degenerate even more. So our goal is to continue to be mindful of inhale and exhale. And if not, a lot of toxic stale waste in the body. And not the oxygen flow. It makes our skin glow. What the mamas always say, oh, you gotta make sure your pores are open. Anybody, mom or grandma say you gotta have your pores open, right? Your pores are simply the little microscopic dots in your skin that also breathe. Yes. So even as we breathe 20,000 times a day, utilizing our lung to the best capacity, 70% of our breathing comes through this lung that expands and does this all day long. But 30% is go by 27% is from our skin. So the skin has to breathe and release toxic waste too. So if you see somebody whose skin is kind of generally, you look at their breathing, okay? Look at their breathing. 3% of the oxygen intake and release comes from what? Anybody want to guess? Our bowels. Right? Our bowels. So imagine if anybody, yes, our bowels, right? Our bowels breathe. Isn't that something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
elaborate.
yeah.
Yeah.
Think about the gas.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Think about
oh.
literally all that waste that the bowels is processing out, right? The bowels have a whole mechanism of the breath. Has a whole mechanism of release and intake. Okay? So imagine poor people who don't go to the bathroom.
It's the gas.
Right, there you get all of
That's kind of.
right. That's all this toxic waste that hasn't breathed through either the lungs or the skin. Body is very phenomenal, isn't it? Spirit has made the body real, like it's machine is phenomenal. Yeah, it's phenomenal. So yeah, you bowels breathe, okay? Our skin breathes. Yes,
Okay. It makes, when you explained it more, it made sense because it was kind of, I had a separation there.
Yeah.
Because I do perform meditation, breathing exercise where I do squeeze the kegel, the sphincter, to stop the energy from leaving from down there.
Okay.
So that sounds like it's in correlation with the bowels breathing.
Makes sense.
Because I close it up and I want to trap the energy from time to time and build it up so I don't want it to escape from down there.
Okay.
So I squeeze
Explain
that.
to them what a kegel is in case they don't. Yeah, I understand it, but explain to anybody.
Right, the sphincter muscle, sometimes called the kegel, is the like when you have to use the bathroom, but you don't want to go because you're not at the bathroom, so you hold it. So when you hold that muscle, that's the muscle that I'm speaking on. If you meditate, if you're looking to build up and increase your energy to do something, you can squeeze that muscle also, and it helps retains the energy so that you can direct it to what you want to direct it for.
Thank you very much.
Like Kegel. Like
Yes.
women do Kegel.
Yeah, when women do kegel, right, so it can kind of tighten up the vaginal area and we should really touch it. Well, I
I do
mean,
that quite a bit.
yeah, I do it too. I do it, and we should do it because as you get older, you know, it's another little smaller muscle. So you have to exercise it. So when you go into the bathroom, just kind of hold it tight. Right, and then release and hold it tight, release and hold it tight. And just to add to it, since we're talking about bowels, if you do need to go to the bathroom, practical application of some of this. Breath is not just us sitting there inhaling and exhaling and inhaling and going into a meditative, beautiful space, although that's a wonderful thing. If you really stress, please use a special place technique. Please consider your breath as your first thing that you use when you're feeling all out of sorts and all out of balance and all grounded. Just stand and stop and breathe. You're going to get really centered very quickly. It takes anywhere from a minute to about 3 minutes. And past the central nervous system, it calms it down immediately. The fight or flight response, the sympathetic, which is the reactive part of us, instead is calmed down. And so what's called the parasympathetic operating. So we're less reactive, we're calmer, we're nourished. But there's all kinds of other practical applications, and just kind of jumping a little ahead of time, talking about bowels. If you do have to go to the bathroom, and it's not moving and flowing as smoothly as you would hope it would, lean forward. Lean right here on your diaphragm and inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale. Your whole body's curvature going towards that sphincter muscle will make a difference. And the breath coming into the bowel will help to loosen up your space before you can hardly take 2, 3, 4 breaths. And the smooth move. And the smooth move. Yes.
Ooh. Without the T.
Oh, it's so many practical applications, you know. I go on and on and on, but I won't do that. Then once y'all move, so let's have you stand up. I can answer more questions though.
More questions.
Yes, please.
I noticed that you said, yes. I noticed that you said bowel, but as a part of the elimination, when we eliminate the liquid, I noticed there's air there as well. More air, I think you can hear it. Like a tire leaking. I hate to say that.
That's
but I've noticed that.
Okay.
And then I also had a question about I also want to know the difference between, you said you can energize with the breath and then you can calm down for meditation. I seem to be like so relaxed. I want to know, how can I get that energy
You
up?
want the energy of breath? Okay, let's all stand up. Thank you for the segue. All right. So yes, John, you want to turn on? Why don't you turn on circle then? Okay. So let's give John a big hand. Our family instruments are called Earthwork Tune-Up Crew. And John gave it the name. And I said, John, well, you don't call it instruments Earthwork Tune-Up Crew. He said, yeah, they cool, you know, they hang out with us. So I used to play John CDs and workshops and what have you. And the piece that you were listening to with the C and all of that, that's called Sea Breeze. And I said, John, I said, you know, you went down to the border and you really take the C. It was beautiful. He said, no, I didn't take the C. That's an instrument I was playing. And I was telling everybody that for 3 years or more until he started to come with me. So it's this instrument. It's a C drum. Yes.
Does John have any instrumentals of
Yes.
Yes, we do.
CDs?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, they're right here.
Yes,
Yes, yeah, thank you. You're raising great questions.
One more.
Yes.
You exciting my breath.
Good. Oh, I love that.
I'll bow to that.
Okay, great.
But listen, what about the fire breathing, the fire breath that was being taught? Okay.
No, that's a question I had too, but I couldn't remember what they called it.
Okay, well, we can do some fire breathing after this, because the thing that we teach everybody when we are helping people to learn what's called the concept of breathology. Okay, breathology is the art and science of breath awareness, breath techniques, efficient management of using the breath. When I came to you, I can see you all have learned some breath technique. And we all should be practicing breath technique, because as I stated, you can use your breathing for all kinds of purposes. To master the breath, you can master life. You can use breath for practical things as well as metaphysical, surreal, spiritual things. So when you speak of fire breath or conscious connected breathing or shoe breath, I have in my book, The Power of Breath, a whole lot of the various breath techniques, okay? So in order to go there, you got to do that one first. The simple inhale, belly out, exhale, belly in. We call that the foundation of breathology. When you have that foundation, then you can move to all the other techniques. Because this is the one you're doing 20,000 times a day. You get that one, then you can start really playing with the other ones. Now, fire breath, because I call it an advanced breath technique. We'll do that if you want us to when we sit down. When you sit down, you're always be kind of woo. But that's a woo, okay? So we'll do some of that. So, let's see, John, because I can't do that too much. So we're playing soul dance now. So when I said that every time you move, you change the way you're breathing. So let's stand still for a minute and get connected with our breath. Okay? And now just begin to move. Whichever way you want to move. Anybody notice immediately when they start moving that your breath is something different? Every time you move, your breath shifts. Okay? So we say stay conscious of your breath. Be aware when you're breathing and when you're not breathing. Because that's when you need to get connected and make yourself breathe. Okay? Okay, so we're gonna move a little bit. Let's move a little bit more. Let's translate and move a little bit more. Notice the breath is even different. Yeah. Pretend like you're walking up steps. I tell my seniors especially that before they go up the steps, don't get there and be all out of breath. Stop, right? Before you go up the steps, and for some of you, before you go up the steps, stop, inhale, get the oxygen build up in your system, and then move, okay? So keep that in mind if you're doing any kind of exercise. Don't just go out and start, they say, come on, let's move. No, say, I gotta stop breathing. Anybody who doesn't tell you that, they don't know what they're doing, because the oxygen has to move and build up in your body. Okay, y'all need to move, okay? So just eliminate yourself, move, right? So there are a lot of different ways to breathe. There you go. We breathe when we move, dance, talk, sing, laugh, all kind of ways to breathe. So now as you breathe and move it a little bit, let's just really move. Let's go. Notice this is another move. A lot of us have to go up and down. Notice you feel a little more breath up in the chest, right? Okay, good. Get the hips going. If the body says, oh, I know I'm moving this part of my body, I know there's a lot more breath down here now. Right? And I just make it happen. That's the other thing about breathing. That's the only involuntary thing that we do. And if we think about it, we can consciously make it do for us what we want it to do, right? So, okay, there's a little bit more energy in here. Now, first thing in the morning, you want to wake up, everybody slow down a little bit. Plant your feet kind of solid right here. Okay. We say that there's all levels of stress. So one of the ways to take the first level of stress off is to move. Because we're pushing oxygen through the bloodstream, the bones and the muscles and tissues are getting oxygen. So when you wake up in the morning, let's do what we call a Qigong movement called a jiggle. So just kind of move around a little bit, and then begin to just jiggle.
Jiggle.
Jiggle. Jiggle your hands. Here's that real quick. You got really hot she jiggles the middle. Some people jiggle. Yeah, it's a jiggle. It's a movement. Yeah, it's just jiggle randomly. Not in rhythm. Yeah, shake it off. Like, woo. All right. That's a jiggle. There you go. So you jiggle a few minutes. And then that feels good. Loose. I didn't get it. Right? I'll be all tight all the time. Okay, so after you jiggle, let's plant our feet solidly, kind of shoulder length, and let's inhale. Let's come, bring the energy. Don't forget to use the belly. Bring the energy all the way up. Of course, the energy is going to come in the chest. It's all right. You're going to use chest breathing. Yes. Now bring the energy down. Then open the mouth, no blowing out. When you blow out, then your basic breathing, inhale again. Bring it all the way up. can stand here for a minute. Give thanks to the Almighty. Just really open up your hands in gratitude from standing there. Oh, yes, God, thank you for this breath of life. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Open to all of the heavens. Be open and receptive to receive. And then just bring that appreciation and gratitude. Just bring it down. And bring it down, release the breath. Bring it up around the knees. Good. Let's inhale again. Bring it all the way up. The breath may be beginning to feel a little heavier now. Right. This is what's called the chi. The chi is the sense that energy and breath are one and the same. Hold your chi like it's a ball in your hand. Oh, and just let that ball out to the heavens. Let it fly up and say, thank you, God, thank you, God. The chi is Chinese. The African experience, the chi is called the Kundalini. So bring the Kundalini, let's bring that energy down. Let's go all the way down to our feet. Let's just scoop it up. Scoop up that energy. Oh, you should be feeling that energy just like you can hold it in your hand now. Inhale and lift it up real slow. Don't forget to inhale as you bring it up. Bring it all the way up. Bring it past over your head, eyes, neck. Let it release out through the nerves. Ooh, good, good. Let it flow out. Let it flow out. Give thanks again that your arms are spread wide open. Inhale again. This time bring it all up in your chest. Bring it up in your chest. You're never going to get some of that stale air out of your chest. Yeah, just bring it all up in your chest. Good. Send it right up there. And now exhale as your hands come back together. Say a prayer for the bringing that energy down. Now we're going to lift and release it to the right. And out. Just let it go. Just bring that energy back in. Let's let the other hand throw it out on the opposite side. Just let it go. Now bring it back into the center. Just hold that sense of energy. We all have energy. Everything has energy. And we just increase the energy flow with our breath. So stand still for a minute and feel the vibration of energy in between your fingers. Just feel it. Just massage it. Massage it. Good, good. Good. Now bring that energy ball up again. This time stop it right at our eyes. And let's make a powerful pyramid with our fingers. See through that powerful energy that's been created in our pyramid. Our peace, our lens of vital energy. Look at someone else through those lenses. See them like you've never seen them before. Really experience them. Good. Vital energy here. Good. 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 Now bring that energy. Bring that pyramid close together and bring that energy to your eyes. Let's do what's called calming. Just put that energy right over our eyes. Feel the energy flowing with the hand palm on your cheek. Don't touch the eyes, don't press it. See the colors that you see. Feel the energy that you feel. When your eyes are tired, breathe and bring the energy into the palm of your hand and then calm your eyes. You'll have instant energy in your eyes. And now just release that energy. Let's bring it here to the heart earth. Let's connect with our heart. Let's inhale into the heart. All right, to breathe into the chest now. Inhale, expand with this energy flow. Feel as if your heart is just bursting open with energy. Ooh, see the color green. See that green energy coming from that heart energy. As you inhale, feel it, feel it, feel it. And now as you give it several breaths of feeling that heart space, just open the mouth and simply release this to the universe. And now bring that vital energy ball right here by our empowerment, our solar plexus. Let's just love. It's called Dantian and Qigong. This is the vital energy center where we were born from. If you're having any digestive issues, that's an empowerment issue. Because where we were born from connects us with a vital connection. So love that empowerment center. Inhale in the breath right there in the belly. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Open the mouth and release that dynamic, powerful, empowered energy. Out into the universe. Let the belly go way back to the back of the spine. Good. Inhale again. Bring that power up. Feel that power going all over the body. Hold, hold, hold. And exhale it out into the universe. Let the belly go way back to the back of the spine. This is a deep stress breath. Inhale again. Really let the belly come way out. Hold it. Feel the power that's here. Feel for women how disconnected we are from this place. Feel for men how disconnected we are from this place. This is where all the sexual energy comes from, and it's where our digestive comes from. So exhale into the universe. And now bring that powerful energy just a little bit lower, sort of in between, just below the navel, just in front of our private parts. This is our sacral energy. See the color orange. Inhale into this area of our body. This is our sexuality. Inhale into this area. Hold it, touch it. It's all right to touch it here. We've been taught not to touch here. This is a very important place to touch. Touch this sacral energy, this sexual nature. We're all sexual beings. It's very spiritually sexual. And now while we're there, just grind. Come on, just move that energy around. Just feel it. Yeah, just feel into this is the art of self-love. You have to just move and touch yourself. And you love yourself. If you're not being loved, love yourself. Touch this area. For women, they say it's our G-spot inside of our vagina, but it's not. This is where you get your most powerful orgasm. Right here, this sacral beat. Just right here, just feel it. And men, I'm not so sure if you touch it, you're going to get the same relationship as women. But I will tell you this. I will say this, the art of self-love is about men and women releasing themselves. Nobody's releasing you. You take responsibility to release yourself. Oh, yes. That's right. We're going to go down even further. All up in here. Yeah, all up in here. Yeah. This is very powerful. What's called the root chakra. Okay? It starts from back here in the spine and it emanates in the front. See the color red. This is our most foundational chakra, energy center. We got to get in touch with it first because this very important area of our body, the root, is the foundation of this whole energy system. If this is out of balance, then we feel insecure. We don't attract our love, our abundance. We're always afraid. chakra. Listen to your root chakra and hear what it's telling you. Just move that root chakra up and down on the floor, up and down. Move it. Yeah. Move it around. See the breath going into that root chakra. Alright. And now let's inhale again. Okay, everybody just kind of rocking the energy, shaking it all out. Shake it all out.
Hey, now you the good part.
Oh yeah, shake it all out. Woo! Okay, good. Shake whatever energy that needs to be shaken off. One more time. Give thanks to Almighty. Really open with an expression of gratitude. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you for whatever joy and energy. Call the Almighty. Let's give thanks and give praise. Amen. How's everybody feeling?
Yeah.
No fact to be late for you. It's all good stuff. How you been?
He ain't want to dance.
How you been? Good to see you both. Yeah. We're gonna have big fun. We're not finished though. We're gonna do some other wild stuff here.
I know, right?
Wow, look at that, yeah. Yes.
My want to comment. I was just joking with Teresa and I've been programming too long because it was weird for me. But I do want to thank you for
Opening up some energy. And you're not the only one who's been programmed. We've been taught from the very beginning, touch, hug yourself, And so we have a preponderance of men with all kinds of prostate issues because they're not releasing all this vital fluid here. We got women with all kinds of fibroid issues, they're not releasing this vital fluid here. We must release that vital fluid. We must. So powerful toxic waste is all gone down in here, right? Okay. So we not only the breath enables us to move, touch, love ourselves. That's so good because I do a whole workshop on that. Just hug ourselves, have a good time with yourself. And at the same time, you're moving energy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Have you read the Vagina monologue? Are you familiar with that? There is a monologue that a woman was holding a workshop, and the woman was Jewish, and she was, pricked and, proud, and it was that monologue is really,
that's a powerful monologue. I saw someone express the Vagina monologue. It's real deal. It's real deal. So what we did, we opened up energy centers. Hopefully you saw how moving the breath, every time you move, did everybody notice? Every time you move, the breath was changing in relationship. So that means that if you need to run and catch the bus or go up the steps, as I was trying to show the example, you may not be able to inhale belly out. No, that might be when you need to go. And you want to get more energy of breath here in the chest because that breath is not as deep. It's more of a shallow breath, but you need a lot of quick, rapid breaths to accelerate energy, okay? You'll notice athletes, they're not sitting going, no, they're, So when we talk about the need to have all these different names for all these different breaths, it's because everybody in this room has a different breath pattern. Everybody around the world is expressing the breath in their own way when they need it and how they can best utilize it. So I tell people, don't get caught up with the names of breath techniques. If it seems like something you can use it. Don't debate with people about, no, we taught that's a fire breath. No, that's not fire breath. That's a conscious connected breath. No, that's a conscious connected breath. That's a. And I say, look, I've been studying this thing since 1970. I don't even get caught up in it. It's using the breath. And so we created breathology in 2004 after those years of study, because I was also trained as a certified transformational breath facilitator. My first experience with breath was in 1970 as a transcendental meditator. Then I started studying Qigong and Shiatsu. All of these have breath techniques as the foundation of it. Meditating, and then certified in 96 as a certified transformational breath facilitator. I'm one of the few people of color who has that certificate. And I had to go back and see in my studies how all of this was connected. Because in the breathwork arena, breathworkers are really fussing about, well, that's rebirthing, and that's a holotropic breath, and that's this kind of breath, and that kind of breath. And most of them are Europeans. And I would come into the room and I'd say, oh yeah, y'all fussing about names, but you should be fussing or discussing the common ground amongst what all this is. And so I also, in that study that started about 2004, and I came up with the name breathology. It's the art and science of breath awareness, breath mechanics, how we use the breath, and breath techniques that advance spirit, mind, and body. I'm real blessed to say now we have 71 breathologists who've been certified in 5 different states too, since that time. But while I was doing all that breath studying, I was holding my breath myself. I was all hypocritical, out of order. I was studying the breath, but I was smoking, I was drinking, I was hanging out, I was using cocaine, I was on the radio and TV, and I, talk about holistic health and healing. I had a newspaper called Positive Energy Newsletter at that time. And I was going to the back room, I'd be snorting cocaine, trying to keep myself together. And that was sort of my going back and forth from WOL and work and all of that. And I have a long story. I won't get into all the dynamics of the story, but the reality was that I was holding my breath and wondering, how come I feel numb all the time? How come I don't feel alive? So I'm doing this to feel. Right, you're right. I'm doing this to feel. I'm doing this to get stimulated, right? And I wanted to stay up all night to want that energy. I'm a single parent at that time. My husband and I had divorced. He's raising on one side of town, I'm raising other kids on the other side of town. He's one step in the street, the other step in the church. Got the kids one step in the church, and they singing in the choir, and he's running all around. And as time went on, it was really a fascinating early part of my life. So, a lot of you who know me as one of these cultural people, I was very cultural, but I was also, I was just having a party. I was partying quite a bit. Well, when I had to face myself, it came from a very unfortunate incident. My son, 17, Rashid, 1 foot in the street, actually got hit over the head, was left, and he couldn't breathe. And by then I had married the second time. I attracted a man who was an addict with crack cocaine around the 80s or so. And to get him out of DC, I ran up to Indianapolis and left this boy here to deal with his first father. And you get that call no mother ever wants to get. And I had to run back home. And me and the first father and the this, myself, we had to make the decision, just like Brother Bobby is having to make about Christine. Do you take the child off a machine, or do you allow them to have the machine just continue to breathe them? And they said, oh, we can breathe them forever if you want us to. We said, no, we don't want that, because this child had a vibrant life, even at just turning 17, 3 weeks into his 17th birthday. We don't want that. So we made the decision to take him off the machine, and he crossed over. And I had that aha moment. It was the real first one. Even though I've been doing breath, I've been studying, I've been sharing with other people, and at the same time I'm holding my breath and wondering why. I'm counseling people. I'm this cultural icon, and I'm this human services person. I'm dealing with young people, students, all of them, telling them what they should be doing, and I'm doing what I'm telling them not to do. And I really had to face that reality that the real life comes in breath. We could keep him on the machine forever, but he wouldn't have had real life. And we sent him home. We gave 5 of his body parts to other people. I always say why she lives and other people. But I was angry. I was ready to kill somebody. And I was really holding my breath. Hold my breath to the point that, people would say, girl, breathe. They actually would tell me, breathe. Look, I'm watching you, breathe. Well, 2 years later, around the time of the Million Man March, 95, my dad started dying of brain cancer. And the holding my breath was so intense. And I kept really feeling, boy, I am just so angry. I have reasons to be angry, but my life really wasn't that, to the point that I needed to be that angry. I didn't know why I was that angry. But watching him put on a brain machine, a breath machine too. And then, again, making the decision to take him off the machine. We let him go home. Dad was pulling the plugs out of him. He was also full of life. He was just pulling them out now. So we said, we know we want to go home. So we, as a family, let him go home. Well, the explosion of anger is almost too difficult to be able to explain. It's as if you are a fireball and you have nowhere to release it. And breathing actually manages pain. So part of the reason that a lot of times people are in pain, they hold their breath. And if they're in fear, they hold their breath. So I'm walking around like this, man, in the world. And blessedly, I said, I can't do this no more. I gotta find something. I'm stifling my own life. I've been reading about this. I've been practicing this. I know this is killing me, because without that breath of life, my cells are dying. I was having headaches. I was, every muscle in my body was like this. I was, gnawed up. I was hurting. Well, the Creator heard me. Thank you, God. And I was led to Pathways Magazine to a presentation on transformational breathing. And in 5 minutes of breathing in the way in which we're going to do next, I was just like, wow, I released it. Oh, this feels great. I was breathing. I was letting the breath flow through. And I found out that another amazing aspect of the breath is that the breath is the connection between the spirit, the mind, and the body. And when you've been holding your breath, you're disconnecting from spirit. You're disconnecting from your body. You're disconnecting from the mind. And that the more I breathe in such a way, the breath also is the doorway or the vortex of what's called the subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind is where we operate from. We do a whole lot on the conscious level. I feel, I want to do, I want to go here. I got this dream, I got this goal. And a lot of us don't quite achieve all that. And I was one of them. I wonder why I keep sabotaging my stuff. Well, transformational breathing, about 91 credit hours. I'm only sister out there, you know. It taught me that this subconscious mind is so powerful that the breath enables you to breathe the oxygen into the very cellular matter below the surface that raises up all the old, buried, toxic thought stuff. So just like we talked about the breath releases the toxic physical waste, the breath connection between spirit, body, right? The mental waste, the mental cellular stuff is just buried, stuck there, unless we find a way to release it. Transformational breathing. One session we learned 45 minutes of transformational breathing is equal to 2.5 years of talk therapy. It's real, it's real good.
Let's breathe.
Yeah, it's good, deep stuff. So I got certified. I didn't run off breathing with everybody. I stayed right in my room, breathe with me. It took me about a good 3 years. And what I found out in those sessions is I'm breathing and really pulling up old stuff. In one of the sessions, I'm fighting and I'm hitting and I'm screaming at somebody, and it was actually my fault. My father had abused me from the time I was about 8 to 14. I could consciously remember the name call. I consciously remembered some extra hits. But what came forward, they have been buried so deep in the recesses of my subconscious mind, is that my dad had actually been fondling me and touching me inappropriately. And that the only way an 8-year-old can probably manage that is that I stuck her. And as my work has gone on for years, I have found that 4 out of the 6 people who have been abused, men and women, they use drugs because they've stuffed the pain so deep. And just as I was attempting to stimulate my body that was frozen in fear, that's what we're doing. So I had to forgive my dad after that. It took me about 2-3 years of just breath into my body. And I'm blessed to say I'm about 20 years drug-free. And it's a real blessing to be drug-free. And I had to forgive him. His dad abused him. And, it's a whole cycle of abuse in the family. So the holding of that breath, a lot of times we're in fear. When we come out the womb, that's why we do rebirthing. A whole lot of fear that happen while we in the womb. With mothers and fathers are screaming and shouting and carrying on as if we can't hear, but we can. Okay? And they've seen actual pictures of babies in the womb. So they're holding their breath. Holding their breath already. And when they come out, people sometimes have to shake them. First violence. Most babies, if you let them just be born naturally, they'll start breathing on their own. Blank environments, cold. They've been breathing water for 9 months, and now suddenly they're breathing air, harsh air. That's why it's really wonderful to birth a baby in water, because it relates to their pre-birth environment. It replicates what they've been used to for 9 months. All these relationships have to do with breathing. Yeah. My son, oldest son, who has made it, he was up here. We had to pull him down by 4 steps and bring him into the world. He's still running backwards. He's still running up, sabotaging himself. It's a breath issue. It started when he was coming into the world. That to be pulled down by forceps with these hard things on your head and you stuck in your mom's womb, he was scared to death as an embryo. coming into the world. And so there's a lot of fear in him. I watch him. He's a real dynamic young man, but he gets out there, gets ready to start, and he just like throws in the finger. So we encourage him to breathe. If you can breathe through a lot of those earlier things, if you know what they are or not, for me, it was life changing. Life changing. So we're gonna do one of those fast breaths. How about that? Okay? All right. So I know it was a long introduction. So we're going to do a fire breath, but then we're going to do a clear breath. And anybody here have what's called high blood pressure? Okay, nobody here? Okay, all right. Okay, so people with glasses, you might want to take it off again. Let's see, John, let's see, what we got this time. Play, no, dance was not dance. So this technique is one of the advanced techniques. You can actually, let's see. This is not in case anybody has, okay? So a fire breath, again, the breath is utilizing the empowerment centers, the chakras, right here in the belly button. A lot of people do Kundalini yoga, do this particular breath technique. So if I sit up. So fire breath is simply yoga technique. Instead, you're not going to snap it. You're just going to let it all belly out first. Try not to use your mouth. Try not to use your mouth. Try to do it in your nose first. Now open your mouth. Slow down. 1, 2, 3. Slow down. Ooh, I'm getting all of it. I'm standing up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fire breath is the utilization of the belly. It's in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. You can do it through the nose. You can do it through the mouth. Okay. Recognize any breath technique that goes in the mouth, you are getting more oxygen very rapidly in your body, which is going to accelerate your energy. Okay? So let's go up a little higher. Raise our hands up. This is a clear breath. You start getting dizzy with this, slow it down. Just slow down. This is going to be all mouth. Okay? Ready? Set, go. 1, 2, 3, go, go. We'll go fast. Last one. You don't have to smoke nothing. Lord, nothing. You don't have to drink nothing. Breathe. And do some more quick. And clear your juice, your 4-part tree with the art of living. I've studied that. He speaks of a 4-part tree. In breathology, we use just the cool down of tree. But to really get the impact, we can start with the shoulders. And here we go again. We go. Last one. Got one another one? Everybody want another one? Already.
Right.
I like that. Hands over your breastplate. Thumbs under your arm. Okay. Inhale. This is all upper chest. So much messed up, painful, fearful energy that's right there. Upper chest. Inhale.
Oh, that's Black Friday.
You got it done. She all cool. See, so the breath gets in the tension in the muscle spaces right there, and just pull them all out again. Got any tight spaces, take 1, 2. Any cramps, it just means there's a stress block probably there. We just push through the stress block. I get a rare opportunity to see people's energy playing up there. That's how deep this stuff is. Hi. I love my work. Usually when you end with a belly breath, you can put your hands on the diaphragm, and you can simply the modification of a 5 breath. Try to breathe from the nose this time. See the difference? This is a good breath for anybody who's got any kind of sinuses, mucus, anybody need a tissue, I got tissue. Anybody need tissue? You all know. Coming out. That's the snap breath. Wow. That's an actual yoga breath all night. Woo! Anybody feel sleepy now? Relax, right? Because after you do all this movement and energy, we tend to have people sit and relax with the breath. A little more high energy, yes ma'am.
Tell me about y'all.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that. That's why I like this to be interactive. I'll have to remember all of the lecture files. Okay. People asking questions. A yawn is a signal that the lung passage that comes from the mouth that goes all the way down to the lower portion of the lung. We have now opened up the lung passage wide to receive more dynamic breath in the organism. A yawn is a signal that the lung passage is desiring to open up even more. So when you are tired and you're yawning, that's a signal that you need to breathe more to open up the lung passage. Okay? That's all it is. You will notice that a lot of times if you're tired, you start yawning.
Yes.
You seem like you wake up a little bit more, you know. The oxygen is going deeper and deeper into the body with each yawn. And as long as say, thank you, the yawn is more. More than wonderful meal. A couple of years ago, there was an Olympic star that they called it yawning because he had learned the secret about bringing breath into the body. And before he would do, I think it was a runner, before he would do his running, he would sit there and he'd be yawning, and the reporters started taking pictures of it. They said, why do you do that? He said, I'm opening up my body. I'm bringing the capacity of my lungs. I'm bringing it up. I'm bringing it higher, right? So he had learned the secret. So remember that the next time you're tired, just yawn. Wake yourself up. Anybody got any other questions? I'm going to take you all through this last phase of this workshop. Yeah, I see all these wonderful smiles. Y'all are so beautiful. Right. Okay. Let's see. John, hand me a bag. Okay. I'm a bag lady. This is the commercial. Okay, so this is the commercial. Power breath book, the one I made for the children. Why the breath has so much power. For all of you who came in a little bit later, I said that I couldn't get anybody to draw the pictures. I drew the pictures. They're good. They're working. So it tells the story of the senses and how all the senses said, man is not appreciating me, so I'm going to run away. And each sense ran away, man had to appreciate, so when the nose ran away, the smell of the more and whatever. And when the mouth ran away, he couldn't talk, he couldn't express himself. And so forth and so on. And finally, the hands ran away, feeling the cat. So we talk about all the things we can do with our senses, but we would live if we lost all our senses. My person lost the sense of sight, touch, hearing, but we live. But when the lungs run away,
That's it.
yeah, lungs run away. Man can't be no more. And so get in the back again, so that's a breath. Well, how the presses too. We just got it next week. Powell's breath book standards. When I say the science of breath, is my Bible. I studied the science of breath, and I studied it for about 4 years. Here, writing this book. So it has all kinds of techniques in it. It's a great book. That's the next Bible. To go along with that, we'll be revising that, so the new edition will be out. So we got some technical glitches. Anybody know how to deal with words? It's totally disrupted this book. But we work on 5 breathology, so you can see 11 significant foundational breath techniques with John D.B. And what else? We have a DVD that's relaxation, that's my dear sister Freedom. So if you want to know to understand about breath and stress, it's all in this book, DVD. And For those of you who having issues with breathing, I encourage you to use things like young living oils, they all do that. Use oils of peppermint, lavender, cedar wood, all of those are real good for lungs, okay? I have shea butter in the back too, that's an oxygen product, because you don't want to put heavy mineral stuff on your skin. And I know all of y'all know you don't want to put chemical-based products because it makes it difficult for the skin to breathe, right? We brought up some alkaline water. We thoroughly believe in, alkaline water. So we have some from my keg of water machine. If you're interested, if you want some water, feel free to, I'm going to give you all my number. We live out in Capitol Heights, so you can come and get the water. We don't charge. Yes.
As a smoker, there was a technique that I was taught in martial arts as a kid, and I want to share it. But I want to know if you know anything about it, what you know.
Okay, so
it was to fill your lungs up, and then it's like a little breath of what's out, but you close your mouth.
okay.
And you let smoke out. And by me doing it for years, it's been something that has been like an exercise at the same time release. So I wonder if
You do this while you're smoking?
No, this is like to clear your lungs out after, like sometimes you feel a tightness in your chest because you don't exhale all the smoke. So,
Yeah.
the next level.
Yeah.
also, I'll say something else to that.
I don't know that. And see that she's bringing up a great example. I don't
Ashe.
But I'm telling you,
Not too much talking going on.
so many ways in which you can work with the breath to do all kinds of things. The one technique I do when I teach people stop smoking naturally is a workshop I develop around me stopping my own smoking habit. Is a simple cleansing breath. And Aaron that would come up here and introduce us to the cleansing breath, and then I did more research and we added to it. So let's try cleansing breath, which is a very good breath if you're smoking anything, and I just see what's good in there. You can actually take your tongue and stick it right behind the two front teeth in that little cleft, and you inhale and exhale. Really letting the belly go way back to the spine. Tongue behind the teeth. Belly go way back to the back. Inhale again. Let's kind of puff it. Then we get all the residual stale air out. Inhale again. Hold. Let the tongue drop to the palate. Just do as many of those until you kind of feel really grounded. That really pushes out a lot of stale toxic waste. If you really think you're about to catch a cold, I highly recommend that you do about 10-20 of cleansing breaths. Okay? And if you are a smoker, that's a wonderful way of pushing out a lot of the toxic waste. And then there's some other cleansing techniques I recommend that you just detoxify the cells. Okay? So we, yes.
So, now, I heard that, that holding your breath before you exhale, that carbon dioxide is actually very healing for the body, so it is medicinal. So not to like exhale quickly, but to hold and then release slowly so that you can get the medicinal qualities of carbon dioxide.
And I would disagree with that to a certain extent. It's kind of theoretical.
Okay.
It's to the extent that you hold the breath. Because think of it from a logical standpoint. You picked up the trash of the body, oxygen is turned into carbon dioxide, which does have value. Okay. It's the balance that's important. The imbalance is by pushing it out too fast, forcing the lungs to push out a lot of waste too fast. That's why it's not a good technique to do all the time. It might be for a technique. There are some techniques called breathology, where people are doing deep sea diving. They're in this whole discussion right now about how carbon dioxide, you should hold carbon dioxide in. My studies have shown me that you're going to hold the breath, you hold it for just like a half a second. We do a breath of the inhale, hold, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, hold, 1, 2, 3. Real short, hold. When you do hold the breath, it enables oxygen to build up in the cells and the carbon dioxide release. If you're going to hold it a little bit, hold it a little bit, but no long holding. Now, some of these breathology people, though, they going underwater, they hold their breath for 15, 20 minutes. And I'm still learning about that. I don't understand how they're doing it. They learn, I'm sure, some very advanced breath techniques. But I've also read some terrible things about some of the things that are happening to some of them. Yeah, it's a real balance in that carbon dioxide holding. And I never talk about things I don't know all of the information about, but I am learning and studying. So just you also get as much information as possible. We heard it, but then now go to the source and read where you heard it and do your own research. My research is showing you gotta be careful about holding carbon dioxide inside. Okay, yes ma'am.
Okay, smoker's corner over here.
That's right.
Okay, so one of the other things is people say that, a lot of times you smoke cigarettes to help calm down, and really it's just all about taking deep breaths. If the person would breathe, like I was going to ask if that's something that would help someone stop smoking cigarettes.
Oh, very much so. I teach a
deep
workshop
breath.
on stop smoking naturally, and we definitely bring the breath as part of the practice for a person attempting to stop smoking. People think that, yes, the cigarette is calming them down, but there's components in some cigarettes, maybe menthol and some of the mentholated cigarettes, that has this, what they say, urban myth, that it helps calm you down, and the reality is that menthol, when you smoke it, actually anything that you smoke, it affects the sensitive tissue of the lungs. Just like when you put fire on food, it messes up the food. The lungs are very delicate, so smoking anything can impact the sensitive tissue of the lungs. I don't know about them yet either. That's another one I'm learning about, electronic cigarettes. I don't know
I
about
smoke
them.
that. Yeah, and it still has nicotine in it.
Okay.
But it's the they say it's the vapor, but it's about 10% nicotine. And that's the addictive part, it's the nicotine.
See,
But I'm also thinking that the vapor itself, meaning that it's water. I mean, are we supposed to inhale wet air?
I read something recently about the vapor and the inhaling, and I think the verdict's not quite out yet about electronic cigarettes. They haven't been out long enough to really study, and they almost raised that same question about is the water helping with this whole process of electronic cigarettes. So I don't know, but where I was going to go with that is that yes, if you could find something else to do with your hands, because cigarette smoking is like any other habit. Right. It's the connection with the mouth, which is a very satisfying, loving aspect of ourselves. That's why we love to eat and chew and what have you. Putting this thing in your mouth. You're also, it's the repetition. Okay. So if you can break some of the connections of the mind to the physical aspect, we learned that the intervention breath, which is an inhale, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, release. That's good for stress management. get mad at somebody saying it, just breathe, and the emotional mind just slows right down. Feel like you want that cigarette, do the same thing. Stand there for a minute and breathe. I do this with people who are doing harder drugs too. You want to intervene from that racing mind that says, I just got to go and do that. Stop and connect with your breathing. Your mind will go in a different direction. You feel like you want to hit somebody, okay? Your anger will flare it up. You lost it. Stop a minute, inhale, hold the breath, and the racing mind slows down, okay? Now I know you might look kind of stupid, you're mad at somebody saying that. So I tell people don't do that. Don't stand there. No, put your hands across your belly. You know, this is a real, I'm mad at you kind of thing. But nobody knows what you're doing. You breathing. You see my belly? I'm breathing. If you notice, kids do this a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
Unfortunately, it's interpreted wrong, though.
They do.
It's
Yeah.
interpreted
Like they define. Yeah. But actually, my wife and my grandchildren and all, as I learned some of this stuff, I said, oh, wow, I see why they're doing that. Yeah. They're trying to breathe. They're trying to keep themselves together.
Right.
They're trying to keep themselves also in this body.
Right.
Because when you're angry and you're in fear, what do? You go out. You freeze and you get out of the body. And you keep disconnecting from the body, you end up like ours. You just want to keep disconnecting from the body, and you don't want to keep getting disconnected from the body. You want to stay in the body because the body's got to feel certain things to get this mind in order. So these are all breathology concepts. This common ground of what the breath can do to help us manage all kinds of different things. I could go on and on and on. But I'm not. Come on, let's all do it. We're going to do 3 more techniques. Other ways of breathing. One of them. Y'all with me there, right? Okay. All right, other ways of breathing is that we sing, right? We tone, we chant. So we're going to do a little bit of toning. So let's tone, let's get connected with the belly. I want y'all to, for the next 2 weeks, I want y'all to, as often as you can, stand and wait in the line. I want you to be standing there like this. Nobody's doing it. But you're loving and hugging your belly, and you're getting reconnected to the belly. Okay, so you're standing there. So let's all sing some vowels. Let's go. Now I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to put your hand on your belly. I want you to put your hand on whatever part of your body that feels somewhat disconnected or somewhat ailing or somewhere needs to be increased energetically. And I want you to think of the sound that you feel when you touch that part of the body, and just close your eyes so nobody will look at you looking stupid. And inhale and make that sound. Go to another part of your body and make a different sound. Inhale, go. And I like things in 3. Go to another different part of the body. Feel that part of the body and make whatever the sound that you feel might be coming out of that part, and just express it with whatever way you need to express it. 1, 2, 3. All right, and slowly begin to open your eyes. That's called toning, when you use the expression of your voice to direct you with breath. And anything that you verbally speak of is audible breath. Think of sound as audible breath. Right. Yes, I all stand up. Last technique. I've been recently certified as a laughter yoga teacher. And we say that they say laughter is the best medicine. Laughter is very much breath and sound. Okay? We say if you don't feel like laughing, you can fake it till you make it. Fake laughter is as good as real laughter. Laughter yoga was started by Madame Acharya in India. He went out in Mumbai and 4 or 5 other people, and they just told funny jokes. And they got tired of the funny jokes. They liked to laugh, but the jokes got nasty and negative. And they told, we're not coming out here anymore with you. Let's come up with a new technique. And he came up almost overnight with the concept of how laughter is infectious. And simply laughter just enables you to connect. And the laughter helps us to breathe. And so on the count of 3, I want you to turn to a partner. And we're going to start off with introducing ourselves laughter yoga style. So I'm going to introduce myself to Haru, so just watch me. And so, and you can go, ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Now the White House sitting down, we ain't finished. Okay, so y'all got your ho, 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 all right? So you know we should go ho, ho, ha, ha, ho, ho, ha, ha, ho, ho, ha, ha, yeah. So what are we doing? Ho, ho, okay. So we're going to do another one. We're almost in time. I guess. Do we have to get out by time? Oh, good. So you know how children, they just laugh all the time. They don't have no reason to laugh. They just be laughing for the fun of laughing. And so come back to find your laughter, right? Because the laughter is going to bring all kinds of what we say joyful, happy hormones. We call them endorphins into your life. And it takes 39 muscles to smile. And it takes 300 muscles to laugh. Okay? So like a child, we're going to, you know how children just run around? So I want y'all to count of 3. I want y'all to run around just like your little child. It always point fingers right.
Try to be out of it.
And one other second, stand back up. We're gonna make sure that we don't get you too tired, okay? So sometimes you can't laugh like ha 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 ha. In our society, people don't laugh like that much. And in other societies, you see they just be ha ha ha. They laugh, okay? So you have permission if you really want to laugh. Let's start off like with just what we call gradual laughter. We're gonna start off with a smile first. Let's get our laugh on. Everybody got the zipper? Ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. We're gonna take it down. We're gonna open it back up. And we're gonna let it go. Open it up again. We're gonna let it go. We're gonna really open it up this time. We're gonna giggle. Then we're gonna close the giggle down. We're gonna really open up that giggle. Whole lot this time. This time we go. Really let it loose, okay? Musical?
Yes.
Okay.
Almost the techniques that I use for breathing and warming up. I warm up a lot of times just by laughing.
See, there
That's
you
why I got
go.
so good at
There
it.
you go.
But at the same time, it also helps me like to warm my vocals up too.
There you
Because
go.
what comes out
There you
lasts.
go. There
Also, it makes me cough.
It'll make you cough, it sticks up your lungs, right? Anybody's heartbeat rate? That's right. Yeah. 10 minutes of laughter yoga is equal to 30 minutes of cardio. Yeah.
I was gonna say that too.
Okay, we can sit down and do this one. Y'all sit down anyway. I see I'm with some baby boomers. See y'all sit down. Okay, so just get down. Be like a minute. So just turn to a partner. We're gonna talk about what's called gibberish. Okay. Yes. Now, sometimes I get so mad at some of the people in my family, but you don't have to curse out nobody. You don't have to fire on your mouth. You can just talk to them in gibberish. And let's see, you have a party like, hey, where's your party? I'm gonna be your party. So we're gonna have a conversation in gibberish. And this is a gibberish conversation. Audio conference. Okay, folks. And so everybody really should feel the hot You know that you learn how to laugh just for the love of laughter. You can laugh for a minute. You don't even have to look at anybody. Laughter is infectious. Because you almost smile because someone smiles back at you. You laugh because somebody laughs and you laugh with you. But sometimes in a place, stuck in traffic, you know you gotta get to the job and and the only way you're gonna process it, baby, is that instead of getting mad, laugh. When you could be in a situation that's so ridiculous, the only way you're gonna process it is to make yourself laugh. So I know this might be, like I say, a lot of different techniques, but you build up to coming outside of who you normally are, automatic pilot, and just allow yourself to be free and do things that just make you feel good and free. And so this is what's called 1 minute of laughter. So 1, 2, 3, we're gonna laugh for the heck of it. Come on, Very good, very good, very good. So at the end of the yoga, you stop a moment. One hand on chest, one hand on belly. And just inhale and exhale. Just inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let the belly be. Let the breath be in the belly. And just release and let go. Just feel the breath of life flowing in and out of your body. Safe to breathe. It's good to breathe. Good to be in this body and love this body. Inhale life. Let go of everything you no longer need. The deep breath is deep in the body. It's not deeply holding the shoulders up 20,000 times a day. That's why our neck and shoulders are so tight and stuck. Instead, allow this flow of life to come in and out 20,000 times a day and easily after this breath. Because if the breath is tight and restricted, life is tight. The breath is easy and slow. Watch how your life becomes easy and slow. Because there's power in our breathing. I hope you had a chance to reconnect with your power. Reconnect with your childlikeness. Reconnect with play. Reconnect with your energy centers and your empowerment zones. Reconnect with your sexuality. In addition to your spirituality. This breathology gives us minute-to-minute wonder. And yoga simply means yoking us back to consciousness. From the count of three, we can come back to this consciousness of here and now. Come home. 1, 2. Slowly begin to open your eyes. 1, 2. Thank you, Lord. You all did a mighty God.
That's what they
Doing
went
this.
they said back to the
We just close out like you said, when we're playing in life, we have fun, so. Come out of the maze, celebrate life. Celebrate your life, because that's what it's really all about. Let go of the restrictions, stop holding your breath, play, enjoy. It's really a good life. It's got a lot of stuff in it, it'll make you think it's not. But when it all comes down to it, it's really a good life. Enjoy. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you. Musical compliment. Yeah. Musical compliment.
Okay.
Well, we gonna pray.
Oh, excuse me.
We pray and we hug it out.
Oh, good.
And
Oh,
we
we
spread
did
the
some
love.
therapy. Good. I love
And
that.
we harvest some energy into the green box.
Oh,
I like the way
right.
she
Ask
said
you
it.
to the attitude without doing hurt or harm to yourself. No, there's some announcements. The Sada retreat is May 22nd to the 24th. I need everybody who thinks that they want to go, who still trying to decide, give me your name, because we're looking at to see how many cars we have and then how much food we need to bring, because it's not going to be a lot of eating per se, you know what I mean? I plan to make a big dish like of eggplant, parmesan, or spaghetti, where you can go in the refrigerator and get what you want when you want it. That type of thing. Somebody bring a bag of apples, somebody else bring a bag of oranges, and maybe 2 boxes of salad, something like that.
Okay. That sounds good.
And bring your crystals.
All right.
Yeah, to go out and to meditate.
Oh, man.
David was supposed to be here to do the Qigong with us. But I do have a video, there's a jacuzzi there, so bring your swimsuit, so you can go sit in the jacuzzi. What else? It's $125. We do need those funds immediately, if not sooner, if you're gonna go. Let us know.
I like that saving, baby.
I forgot to say it on the host of the same day.
Of course, we have meditation here every day, Tuesday through Friday.
Sorry. That's better for you.
And, Madam, I would say one last thing. This is an evaluation form for the workshop. I always like to get feedback on any insights you got, awarenesses, or, you know, can you do anything better, do less of, you know, whatever. And, I'd love to get your emails, it can be part of our database. And I need the information, maybe just about the safety, maybe also, we say we're not aging, we're wiser, and it's for those who love us too. And whoever gives this back to me, you're going to get a free gift from me. Okay?
All right.
Screws, yeah.
Now that's.
Hold the top and the bottom at the same time with one hand. My hands are as wide as I need to stand.
I don't know, we're still doing announcements, but for the next, I think we got 4 to 5 days remaining. We are meditating on sending positivity and productive energy to our brothers and sisters up in Baltimore. So that was kind of put out in the newsletter. It went out on Wednesday night.
Heal thyself by healing the community.
Yeah, heal thyself by healing our community. So.
Yeah, and that movement is spearheaded by ISC Womb. That is womb, the womb of ISC, giving birth. WOM, because the B is silent, and WM is Women on the Move, which is, you know, the Baltimore, the monthly meeting. So, you know, we are embracing and supporting the men, or supporting that move that you're doing. So, you know, keep it up. Also, on Friday, ISC Bomb, which is the Brothers of Metaphysics, it's going to give you a bomb production. Mother's Day gifts from Mother Earth. So next Friday at 7 p.m. over the Empowerment Center, you can bring your copper and your crystals, and we have a workshop on wrapping, you know, rings, pendants. But if you do not have material for donation, we'll provide the materials also. So, you know, come out, enjoy the energies, you know, put your energy into the, you know, connect and build, and, you know how we do it. So, yeah, Friday at the Empowerment Center. That's all I got to say for here. So
Just bring your stuff. We got the tool.
That's right. Just show up.
I did have an announcement. As most of you all know, that I wrote a play, and it's called The Conversation. I'll pass it out and print it. It's called A Conversation with the Man Who Killed My Son. It is a Black mother who sits down with the white police officer who shot and killed her son. The twist is that they are meeting without their lawyers as her request. We are in rehearsals. I am happy to say that we have an ISC member who is a part of my play. They call her Leslie in rehearsal, but Leslie is playing one of the officers. Reluctantly, I'm playing the mother, and I would like you all support. I do have a date. It's Saturday, June 20th, for 2 shows, 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. at the Anacostia Art Center. I will, DC Black Theater Festival will put up an Eventbrite, and I will direct you all to that.
Cool.
I've asked your prayers, and yes, it's very emotional. And I told Louisa yesterday, it's one thing to write this thing, it's another thing to act it out. So I'm asking you all to really pray for the cast. Thanks.
Pray for the cat.
Pray for the cat.
Yeah, well, you know what happens when
Send
you start
positive
acting,
energy.
you get very emotional behind acting when you're a Black person. You have to interact with a white person, and you understand what we're going through right now. And we've never had an opportunity to heal ourselves through slavery. We don't talk about that. So all of that is in our DNA. And that's why 95% of the people, really 100% of the people come to me for anger management, they're angry.
Yeah.
And I find it somewhere in their body, they got it. But I am going to incorporate your prayer.
Yeah, good. And I would like, I don't have to give a
That's right.
Definitely, you're right, legal basic healing workshops.
That's right.
Yeah, we definitely incorporate the breath because all kinds of DNA stuff comes up from the subconscious mind. Traumatic stuff, collectively, we've been holding for 400 years and come up in those sections.
Yeah.
So definitely use the tool of the breath.
I
We've
bet.
had people running out with headaches and back all twisted up, and people have gone back and relived some of their enslaved experiences. That's how deep this stuff can be. Subconscious mind will have people actually remember who they was in the segregation. So I encourage you to really use it. But since we are talking about mothers, there is going to be a mother's march on the 9th. It's called the Million Mothers March.
Oh, yes.
I don't know if it's going to be a million women, but I hopefully want to be one of the women. And it's being conducted by mothers, some of the others who haven't taken out of here. There's a coalition for police brutality. And John and I was blessed we played as an opening when they were here last. They are not just marching, they're bringing legislative changes to the Congress. And they need the whole country to get behind some of these changes. And one of the changes is what more than likely killed Freddie, is the Freddie Reyes' police knee.
Right.
And that really is a law that's already been on the books to outlaw that. It has killed a lot of other people.
Yeah.
I guess they just didn't make the news.
Yeah.
And so they have a number of very concrete legislative demands. And so, I don't know all the details about the time. I just know that if you keep looking on Facebook and YouTube and just listen out, I don't think that they're really that organized on because the first thing day something is happening. And so they're having a rally all around the country real fast. So, but I'm trying to catch up with people. Now, I'll give you information if I get it. Whatever way or email me.
There's some people in Florida have already contacted me about a million women's march. Yeah, and I just told Siobhan, I said, I put her name on it so we had a conference call.
So you can come here. What happened when they came here, I was telling them, everybody don't need to always just march to Washington, D.C. Since this is a all across the country concept, why don't we decentralize march? Why don't we have marches all over the country? And the coalition voted for some of that, but they are bringing the coalition here to D.C. So I understand there is going to be a march in New York, and now I'm hearing about this one in Florida. And so, y'all can't make it down to the National Mall, march in your own community, find a way to send a message to Congress, police chiefs.
But see, you know what? I'm hearing this, and this is why I tell everybody. They don't give us nothing if we're not collectively together. And we have not done that yet. We have got to come together as a viable group of people.
Right.
Same way the gay people did it, and look what they do. They get married, have your babies, everything. You have to be a force, because that's the only thing that they understand is when we come together and we say we are Aboriginals and we're Indigenous, whatever you want to say that we are, and this is who you're going to report to. You're going to report to Marie and Precious. We want them to be sitting there when you tell us what you're going to do about this. Jews do it, Italians, everybody is a group of people. And until we do that, we're not going to get anywhere. And I say that we should have a class action suit that affects everybody. What is that? Your birth certificate. Because yours may say black, mine says Negro,
Colored.
some people say colored. So that means that you're not a nationality, folks. These Europeans who live here in this continent, they will say, I'm German American.
Yes.
I'm Italian, right? They never say American first, British American. You understand what I'm saying to you? Feeling me? You're vibing with me?
Yes.
This is what we need to do. We need to come together collectively as a group. I don't care if you belong to the Moabite Nation. I don't care if you belong to Jujai Jan. Jujai Jan and Moabite got to come together and say, I'm here. I'm here.
Come together for a common cause.
Because that's the only way they're going to respect you. Because right now, we're just treated as their dog. Because they named you. Just like you treat your dog at home. You can kick him, you can feed him or not. right? Because that's your dog.
Right.
So I do with my dog what I please, and nobody can stop me. We are those dogs of this nation. Whether you want to believe it or not, whether you want to say, oh, well, you know, I know who I am. Well, I know who I am too. But let me tell you, they pulled up your sister's blouse and asked if Bin Laden was under here. And they handcuffed me and put me in the paddy wagon. And my car was parked. I wasn't even in the car. I was standing on the sidewalk. So you can't tell me that these people are respecting you. No way, no how. And if we don't get up off our butts and do something, then we're just gonna keep on having our men die since 1865. They never stopped lynching and killing. They just doing it in a legal way and incorporated some of your brothers to assist them in the process.
Yes, they did.
And that is the truth. So, what y'all gonna do? Sit here, nod your head, and go out to the door, get something to eat, forget about it. Like I've been saying since I've been here 10 years. When y'all get ready to do something, I'm stepping right up. And I'll wait for y'all. So with that wonderful thing to say. Chef, did you have something?
No, I'm in on the happy note. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah, so we're gonna breathe and pray ourselves out. We got a lot of food and
We got a hand waiting. There is a group of folks that are getting together in Baltimore to help us with the cleanup. If you're interested in that, let me know.
my mama told me to do that. No cleaning.
We
We don't clean tonight.
Well, we actually were looking to get in contact with some of the conscious communities up there to actually coordinate with someone, the whole body group. But there's a group of people that's going to the Empowerment Center.
Switchback.
That was part of the conscious group connection, but yeah, whatever ways that we can, we're looking to clean up.
That's good.
The streets, the air,
Male,